Hello Africa, welcome to another episode of African Student Voices on AAU TV. And don't forget, AAU TV is the voice of higher education in Africa, and we are coming to you live from the headquarters of the Association of African Universities here in Accra, Ghana. My name is GIMPA Doche, and I'll be your host. Today we are discussing the soft skills development agenda in higher education, how effective, and I have here with me lovely guests who I'm going to introduce after the break. But don't also forget to follow the conversation on our social media handles, Association of African Universities on Facebook and YouTube, AAUTV_African Universities on Twitter, and AAUTV Official on Instagram. We'll be right back. Welcome back from the break, and if you just joined us, this is African Student Voices on AAU TV, and today we are discussing the soft skills development agenda in higher education, how effective. And I have here with me lovely guests who I'm going to introduce, or give them a minute to introduce themselves. I'll start from you.
Okay, my name is Grace Fredrica Lutterodt. I am a level 300 student in the GIMPA Law faculty. I'm currently offering the LLB program.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And you are?
I'm Sandra Ofori Boamah, also a level 300 student of the University of Ghana. I'm studying French and political science.
Okay, you're both welcome.
Thank you.
So first of all, I would want us to differentiate between hard skill and soft skill. What is the difference between these two? I'll start from you.
Okay, so in my perspective, soft skills have to do with the quality and the traits that an individual acquires as he or she gains experience, and it may include effective communication, even discipline, confidence. All those are examples of soft skills. And hard skills, on the other hand, is technical in nature. It mostly has a formal setting or a classroom setting. So, for instance, I'm in GIMPA reading law. At the end of my program, I'm going to have a degree. I'm gaining technical skills from the program I'm offering. I'm going to learn advocacy, I'm going to learn contract drafting. All those are hard skills. Yeah, so that's the difference between the soft skill and the hard skill.
Yes. All right, so let me come to you, Sandra.
Yes, so as she rightly said, hard skills are more technical. They are usually in a formal setting, and they are acquired repetitively. So most of the time, it's usually in a setting where you have someone in front of you all the time, teaching you to go about this all the time, and then you continuously study it till you have it inbuilt in you. But then for soft skills, I feel they are normally in relation to our etiquette, certain attributes that we have naturally. But then again, we can also learn them, but most of the soft skills that persons have are acquired from birth. They have it naturally. They don't have to have a setting in which they sit and then learn it or keep studying from someone or anything. It's just a natural skill that they have.
But do you think soft skills are important as hard skills?
Of course. I believe just as hard skills are important and then they are studied, they are acquired like consciously, soft skills are also equally important. Yes.
Okay, so Grace, let me come to you. Do you think soft skills are as important as hard skills?
I think that point cannot be overemphasized, because when you go to the website of many organizations or even in the field of work, they require a mixture of soft skills and hard skills. So for me, I think it's a requirement. They are like the fundamentals. You need to have the hard skill, but soft skill is an add-on, but it's still important. So I even had a discussion with my friend yesterday about this topic, and he told me that before you get a hard copy of a document, you need a soft copy version. So that's the same way hard skills work hand in hand with soft skills. So it's needed. It's needed. It shapes the way you work.
All right, that's really interesting. But now I want us to come to your institution. Now let's talk about GIMPA. What is the state of soft skills in GIMPA?
Okay, so it's effective to an extent, but they could do more. So when I came in level 100, there was a course known as communication skills. I was asking, how is this relevant to my study of the law? We did it. It comes with presentations. You even learn how to paragraph, how to write well, how to present, all those things. And then at the end, you're going to write a sit-down exam on it. And even though it's an elective, it's going to help your GPA. So students take it seriously. And I think it helps in our soft skill development. There was also economics. You asked, how is economics related to law? But they could do more, because when it comes to training programs, seminars, guest lectures and all. It's not compulsory, so students don't take it seriously. So for instance, someone will come and have a guest lecture on how to prepare a resume, how to prepare for an interview, and students will either go or not go because they have the option, right? So I think that if it was to be incorporated in such a way that everybody is involved, it will be more effective. Yeah, but I think they are doing something now, but they could go
better.
Yeah, further.
All right, so Sandra, let me come to you. What's the state of soft skills in legon?
Okay, so for legon, yes, I've really not noticed that we have soft skills courses that are studied by students.
Okay.
But most of the time, the university has access to all our meals. Most of the time, they remind us of programs that are organized to help us with these soft skills like public speaking, communication, etiquette, everything that we need to know. But as she said, it's not compulsory. But for my department, political science department, they usually make it compulsory for us. So sometimes they get into contact with the lecturers, and then the lecturers make it a point to like enforce it. So they would inform us during lectures that, oh, this program is coming up. Each person that goes gets 5 marks.
Oh, okay.
So if you want
you
the
have
marks,
no
yes, you have to go.
So
unless you don't want the marks, then you stay in bed. But if you want the marks, you will definitely go. And most of the times too, when the level 100s come to school, they don't really know anything. So during their orientation sessions and then the sessions they have to educate them on the whole school life, the executives do well to inform them about these programs, and they brainwash them literally. They make them know that it's compulsory, even when it's not compulsory. They make them think it's compulsory. So as they go and then they develop the interest in it, they stick there. They don't move out. So for French department too, we have cocktail d'idées. We go to the Alliance Française and then we speak with like-minded francophones on issues. So with that, we learn certain skills that we don't even think we are learning. So for my department, I believe they are making a conscious effort to help us with that. But for the university in general, it's not so much.
So that leads me to my next question. Is soft skills learned or it is taught? Do you think we should learn it in the classroom or learn it from someone, or you think a teacher should stand in the classroom with a marker and teach us how to develop soft skills? Still on you, Sandra.
Okay, so is soft skills learned or taught?
Yes.
Okay, I think it is learned but not taught.
Okay.
Because, let me use myself as an example. I joined Domain Consult. I have a friend who runs a business consult. It's Domain Consult. They do business consulting, public speaking, everything related to the business field, career counseling, everything. So he organized sessions for us, public speaking sessions for us. But before that, he went through the theoretical aspect with us. And for me, the theory didn't work because I felt public speaking is practical. So if I'm to learn public speaking like I learned French in class, I would never be a good public speaker. Because if I'm told when you are speaking you have to breathe right, you have to check your diction, you have to do this, and I don't practice it, in the end I would be speaking like I always speak, but I would think that I have been learning public speaking, so I'm the best. So I think it's not learned, it's not taught, it's learned, because when you practice it, when you are into it, you learn it unconsciously, and then it becomes a part of you. But then when you are in a formal setting and then you are being told repetitively, you have to do this, you have to do that, you go this way, you go this way, and you don't practice it, in the end you actually not learned anything. So yes, it's more learned than taught. It's not taught, but there are some that can be taught and learned, and then they would work. But if they are not learned, then teaching is no use at all.
All right. So
I like her closing statement, because I think that it goes both ways. It can be taught and it can be learned. It can be taught because soft skills don't take that much time to develop as opposed to hard skills. So when you have guest lectures, as I mentioned earlier, you have symposium, you have people coming around to teach you soft skills, maybe a 3-day event or something. You can develop your soft skills within that time. So that's the teaching process. But learning, because you have your own experiences. So for instance, a lecturer gives you an assignment, a group assignment. You have to organize yourself. You need a team spirit. So that's a soft skill. You need creativity. You need to learn how to be confident and to communicate your ideas to the public, all those things. So you learn that within that space. So I think it goes both with both learning and then it's also being taught. So when you have both, you can really have a good grounds for your soft skills.
Okay. So I want to ask, what way is your institution helping to develop soft skills among its students? I'll still be on you.
Okay, so for me, the first one, as I mentioned, is the curriculum. So when you come in level 100, there are some elective courses that are aimed at developing your soft skills. As I mentioned, communication skills. Secondly, the assignments that they give us, group work. You have to learn how to relate with people, to talk to people. Like time management even comes in, because there's a time frame for you to submit your work. All those things, it comes in. And thirdly, I'll say that they create an avenue for students to occupy positions. So in the LSA, Law Students Association, you come, and from there you learn your leadership rules there. You learn communication as well, because you talk to people above, people below, you know, all those things. How to advocate for the students' body, all those things. So for me, in that line, I think that the school is helping to develop the soft skills.
Okay, Sandra, what is Legon doing?
Legon is doing so much. Okay, not to brag, but like I said earlier, I've not really pinpointed courses that are aimed at teaching soft skills. But practically, we learn soft skills everywhere, every day, anyhow. Because, like she said, group work. When we are given group works, we have to meet as a team. You have to first select group leaders, and their leadership starts. Group leaders come up. They have to organize us. They have to assign roles, time management. We give time so that it doesn't conflict with your lecture hours and all. And then when you get to group settings, there are people who are so loud, there are people who are reserved, there are people who would annoy you. So you have to find a way to work with them.
All of them.
And then we have also leadership positions. We have so many portfolios on campus that students are open to students to fill in. Also, we have presentation. Class presentation.
Yes, that's true.
And for that, most of the lecturers, they are very direct. They let you know that this is how you're supposed to dress. Others don't. So with that, you have to research. You have to find out on your own. I had to do this. Maybe it's like an interview, so I have to dress like this. If it's a presentation, I have to dress like this. And then when you come and you have to present, that's when your public speaking skills are put into place. So you start speaking to people. You have like 120 students, you have like 150, 200, and you have to speak to them. You can't bow down, because if you bow, you're better on marks. So I feel like we learn it in so many ways, either consciously or unconsciously. We just learn it in so many ways. So UG is doing so well. I've not really pinpointed courses that we do to enhance our soft skills, but in other areas, in extra curricular activities, we do it so well.
Okay, so how important do you think soft skills is in our current dispensation?
It is as important as hard skills are.
Okay.
Because even now, when you are going for any job, first, before you want a job, you apply.
Yes.
Before you are selected, you go for an interview. So at the interview, your soft skills are tested. So definitely that makes it obvious that it's as important as your hard skills, because when you are applying, you apply with your degree and all that you have acquired through your hard skills. But when you get to the interview room, it's your soft skills that they are testing. Most of the time, what we learn in classrooms are, how do I put it?
Book long.
Baba. So we just learn it for exam's sake. And then most of the job givers, the employers are aware that most of us don't actually know what we have learned. But they want to just test your intelligence when you get to the interview room. So that's when they test your soft skills. So if you have teamwork skills, they get to know that through the places you have volunteered with, through the organizations you have led, through the groups you have worked with on campus, through places that you have been, that you have exhibited teamwork spirit.
Yes.
And then your leadership skills are seen on your CV. But they will still test it during the interview session. Yes. So I feel it's as important as hard skills. Yes, because they test it before they are giving the job to you. So
okay. Would you like to add something?
Yes. So I would say that like soft skills shows that the knowledge that you have acquired, you can easily apply it and work with it. So for instance, you're a secretary, you know how to use the MS Word and the Excel, all those, you know how to type very well, but you don't have any time management skills. How will you get your work done within a day? You'll be falling behind it. So that's a soft skill that you need to, should I say, buttress or to back up the technical skills that you have there as a secretary, typing and all. So it's very important. It's very important.
Soft skills is very important. We'll go for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue with our conversation. Stay tuned. Welcome back from the break, and this is African Student Voices on AAU TV. And don't forget, you can follow the conversation on our social media handles: Association of African Universities on Facebook and YouTube, AAU TV _ African Universities on Twitter, and AAU TV Official on Instagram. And we have been discussing the soft skills development agenda in higher education, how effective. Welcome back from the break. So now I want us to talk about continue with employment. So does the development of soft skills have any link with employability? I think we've spoken about that, but I would want you to elaborate more on it.
Okay, so yes, the development of soft skills has a link with employability. Okay. Because as I stated earlier, before you get a job, you are mostly interviewed. Yes. And during your interview sessions, your soft skills are tested. Yes. So definitely it creates room for you to learn more and enhance your soft skills. And also Grace mentioned that if you are a secretary and you have computer skills and then you do not have time management, you can definitely not work in any company, because like within 3 days you're not going to so it's essential. It's as essential as hard skills and technical skills. It's definitely important because they go hand in hand. So every employer seeks to get an employee who is great with communication, who has good mannerisms, who can work well within a short period of time or be productive. And then no employer would employ someone who would give him or her problems. So it goes hand in hand. It's definitely important.
All right, so Grace.
So I'll use my field as an example. So let's say I'm a lawyer, right? And a client has come to me with their issues. I'm supposed to empathize. This is not like a hard skill. You need to empathize with your clients. You need to also be punctual on the day that you are supposed to represent your clients. Let your clients know that you care for her or for him. And all this like plays a major role. So imagine you are just doing your book-long technical knowledge, doing everything according to the law, and then you don't apply any soft skill, like as I mentioned, the empathy and all. I don't think that you'll be moving forward as a lawyer. No, so that's how important it is to you.
All right, so some are of the view that soft skills training should be done by employers and not by individuals or educational institutions. What do you make of this statement?
I strongly disagree with this statement. Because before you go for any employment position, they check your educational status, they check the skills you have acquired. You don't just go there. Yes, they have orientation or training programs for you, but they expect you to have something. That's why they interview you. That's why they ask for your resume. That's why they ask for your CV. They want to know the experiences you have gained, the knowledge you have, the skills you possess. So it cannot be maybe they play a role, and let me say 5%. And the educational institutions play 95%. Or maybe I'll give 10% to parents, because they also help in there. And then an individual also has to help in developing their own skills. Yes.
Okay, so Sandra, would you want to add something?
Yes, just a little bit. So I also strongly disagree with that point because I believe it solely lies on the individual. Okay, no, let me not say solely. Let's give 80% to the individual. 10% to the institutions, and then the other 10% to our parents. So if the organization or the job the employer wants to give you additional soft skills within your space, then I think that's an additional mark to you.
Okay.
But it solely lies on the individual to develop your soft skills. So you use every opportunity you get, be it in the institutions, be it outside the institutions, be it at home, at school, at church, everywhere. For programs, symposium, everywhere you go, you just find out ways to get new skills that you know you have no idea of. Yes, so it's not a job of the employer to develop your skills, because he seeks to find that skills in you before he employs you. So if he wants to see it in you, then why would he give it to you after getting you the job?
So now I want us to mention some of the soft skills that are important for our work today, today's work. Still, I'll be on you.
Okay, I believe communication,
number one,
critical thinking,
yes, that's true,
problem solving, analytical behaviors, and teamwork. Yes, teamwork, etiquette, because no employer would send you outside the company if he knows you are not going to represent him well. So I believe these are most of the most important soft skills that every employer needs, and those are the ones that we really need to focus on in today's world.
Okay. Grace.
So for me, I'll go with team spirit, effective communication, and problem solving. So I'll start from below. Problem solving, because people employ you to solve a problem, not to become a liability, like in a company. So you solve a problem wherever that you go. You make things better. You don't bring retrogression. Others, they'll sack you as So, and effective communication too, because wherever you go, you have to talk to people, you have to relate to people, and if you don't do it the right way, it can cost you. You understand? So effective communication. The first one is team spirit, because we work with teams. As we see, there's a crew here, we are working together. Team spirit is very important. So those are my three major soft skills that you need, like you require.
Do you think our institutions should wait on regulatory bodies to incorporate soft skills in our curricular activities?
Okay, so I'm a law person, so definitely I'll be a bit biased towards it. Like, it depends. So if, for instance, there's a body that is responsible for the curriculum, and they have to like actually add certain courses that is solely aimed at soft skills development, then yes, you need the regulatory authority. But there are smart ways of including it. As I mentioned earlier, the guest lectures, the seminars, you don't need the approval of any regulatory body to do those.
So Sandra, let me come to you. Do you think our institutions should wait on regulatory bodies before they can incorporate soft skills in our curricula?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Unlike Grace, I'm not into law, so I wouldn't be biased. So I believe, as of now, University of Ghana is doing well with helping students acquire these soft skills. Like I said, they invite us to programs that are organized on campus, public speaking sessions, symposiums, guest teaching, and all that. And then also the Careers and Counseling Center, they organize so many programs, so many programs in terms of psychological mindset, everything that helps us, public speaking and all. So aside it being a course to study, they are doing well already. So I feel they could only do better as we wait for it to be inculcated into our curricula. But even if it's not, we are already doing a good job. But they could still up their game on that. So I believe.
So would you say soft skills development is a shared responsibility or a personal goal?
I remember I mentioned that I will give 80% to the individual. So from that, it's obvious that I believe it's a personal goal, but it can be shared as well. It can be shared as well. But mostly, I still think it's a personal goal. Because if you don't want to learn it, you wouldn't learn it. If you don't want to acquire it, you wouldn't acquire it. So it's still personal. It comes from the personal retrospection. So if you feel, okay, I want to enhance this skill, I want to learn this, I feel my friend knows this, it's nice, I want to learn it, someone knows this, the person is ahead of me because the person has that. So it comes from the personal retrospection. If you feel you want to learn it, you would go for it. If not, no one can force you to do it. Nothing can force you to do it. No matter the school you are in, if GIMPA is organizing communication skills classes, and I don't want to learn communication skills.
You will not go.
So it's personal. I feel it's personal.
Okay.
If I want to do it, I will do it. If I don't, you can't force it.
Okay. Do you also think it's personal? Or
I'll give the percentages again. I'll say that 90% is you.
Okay.
Because there are opportunities all around us.
Yes.
There are online courses. There are different opportunities that will allow you to develop yourself. So it's up to you, 90%. And wherever you find yourself in an educational institution, because the mandate of an educational institution is to educate you.
Yes.
And it's not solely based on hard skills. It should also be soft skill based.
Yes.
So I'll give them 5%. Then I'll give parents also 5%. So that makes the 100%, right? So so majority you do it.
All right, sure. Okay, so we are almost coming to the end of the show. But lastly, what do you think can be done to build soft skills of students? I will start from you. The way Sandra is looking at you.
I'll say that the programs that are aimed at soft skill development should be made compulsory, or they should be made with incentives, as you mentioned, 5 marks, or they'll give you item. What do you call it? Item 13.
Yes.
When students hear food, they hear incentives, they hear certificates, they hear these things. Like it encourages them to come, and then later on they get the benefit. But they are not looking at the development. But when you give them the incentives, I think they will come, and so in that way, I think that we'll have a lot of people on board, if not all.
But a lot of people. Okay, so what do you have to say?
I also think not same, but in the same direction.
Okay.
So such programs should be encouraged on campus.
Okay.
And mostly during such programs, we should also introduce other programs and organizations that students can benefit from to the students. Because for me, I remember in level 100, myself and then a friend of mine, Emilia, we went for a program at the Political Science Department again. And at the program, we were introduced to about 15 NGOs that we could volunteer with just to gain skills. And then at that time, we didn't really know what NGOs were about. We just wanted to learn something and join something. And plus, we were late for that program. So we were told that when we join those NGOs, we can get certificates, we can get what's it called, recommendation letters for appointments and all that. So we were in a hurry to join. And then when we joined the NGO, some of them were not in line with our interests, so we dropped out. But for the ones that we stick to, they were so much help to us. They helped us build our leadership skills, communication. We got to know so many people. We got to communicate with a lot of people. So I believe if the programs are organized, they should also do well to introduce other programs to the students, although they can research on their own, but they should make an effort to introduce such organizations or groups or even places that they can get those skills from, so that it becomes easier for the students to get about the whole thing.
Okay, all right. So thank you very much for coming. It's been really an interesting conversation. I've heard a lot and it's been really good. Thank you so much for coming. So this has been African Student Voices, and today we discussed the soft skills development agenda in higher education, how effective, and we have learned that soft skills programs should be made effective in our various institutions, and I had a lovely and interesting conversation. But don't also forget to follow us on our social media handles: Association of African Universities on Facebook and YouTube, AAUTV_African Universities on Twitter, and AAUTV Official on Instagram. I am Jimai Madala Demdochi. See you same time next time. Bye.